the people who have created the folders here, you see any difference in this folders that have been created here? Apart from the name and the time, I'm not sure what you want to say.
No, you said if there is any difference.
Okay, so you said name and the time is different. Good observation, yeah. So everyone will have, of course, their own name here, and they created it at a different time. That's why we are seeing this. Right? Yes. Any other observations? Has everyone followed the standard that was defined by creating this folder name? What is the observation on this folder name? It has the first name and the last name. The first letter of the first name is cap. The rest are lowercase. Similarly, the last name, the first letter of the last name is caps. How many of us followed this? Not me, not me. Anyone else who wants to be awarded?
Priya has done it, Reena has done it.
Okay, so now the important concept that I'm bringing here behind this, let's understand that. There is standardization that is important. So we need to understand the importance of this, because when we follow standards, everyone is doing the same thing. They're not doing different things. If they follow doing the same thing, everyone can pick up what the other person was doing. Right? The idea behind this small exercise was to help you understand importance of standardization. Right? So if I'm told that I am going to work on, let's say, Reena Mendonca's work, and I find Reena and Reena Mendonca as two separate users that are sitting there, there's obviously confusion. What do you want me to work on? If everyone followed the proper convention, then there is no ambiguity. Standardization prevents ambiguity. And when you have ambiguity, you start assuming. Anyone, do you know what is the full form of assume? I bet you wouldn't have ever heard that.
Don't make an ass of you and me.
There you go, she's heard it. A-S-S-U-M-E. If you assume, you make an ass of you and me. Now you'll remember that you don't assume anything ever. In IT, in quality assurance, we do not assume anything. We want everything in black and white. There are no shades of gray. Because when you work on shades of gray, there is ambiguity, you're assuming, and you may be assuming it wrong. Who knows? But if you're doing it in black and white, you're always doing it right. Right? You agree? So make sure that we follow this. Alright, for the rest of us, have we created and appropriated everything? Sandhya, you want to change this to a proper folder name. And also, oops, you guys did not follow another instruction. You were to make a copy of sample and then rename. So I created a sample and then I created a folder for myself. What do you see here? There are 4 folders inside. Let me look at the rest. When Vasanthi made it, she just created a new folder. She did not follow the instructions of creating a copy of the sample so that she didn't have to do additional work. Let's look at the rest. Rekha. There you go. You've done it right. Priya's folder was done by me. This is Priya, Pravina. She's done it right. Faisal, oh sorry. Is it Faisal or Fazal? Faisal. AI. Okay. No, which is why I'm trying to be politically correct. So I'm just asking you. Yes.
Excuse me, Ashish. I'm sorry, but then I don't think I have a remote desktop.
Is this Rekha?
Machine assigned to me. Yeah, Rekha.
Rekha, your folder has been created. You can coordinate with.
You created it. Yeah, you created it.
I created it for you already.
Yeah, but then I'm not sure about this remote desktop.
You would be getting a remote desktop from Amol. He'll be able to help you with that. So Sandhya, I don't see your folder here, so do you want me to go ahead and create it for you? Sandhya?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so all we need to do is... Sandhya, I would appreciate if you can share your last name.
Taladi. Taladi. Yes.
So I am going to take liberty to knock this out because we don't need this here, right?
Yes.
So now you see, this is our shared repository. So whether you are sitting on Shishya 1 or 10 or 15, or you are on remote unit 7001 or 7010 or 7015, you can still access this repository and store information that you want in this location. So this is I encourage you to use this only for storage, because the machines that are here in the environment are used by multiple people. There is no restriction and control. Right? So be careful on that. So going back to the next concept that we need to work on, I've shown you information on the training DVD, so you can go down to the various repositories in the training DVD and also on the share network where you find the training DVD. Next segment that we are covering here is discussing the training syllabus. This training syllabus is broken down, as I mentioned to you, a session in the morning, a session in the afternoon. There's a mid-morning break, there's a mid-afternoon break, and there's a lunch hour. So we are now going to follow the schedule that's available here. Remember, this schedule is a guideline for us to follow, to keep me honest what I covered in the class. But this can be altered depending on the training batch. Like in this batch, there are, I would say, aspirants for IT. They're not hardcore IT people who are in the field or who are coming to the industry to retool themselves. So for them, it will be a different program. For our batch, at this point in time, batch 70, we will have to tailor make it so that we have the right coverage. But I will try to cover almost all concepts for you. You may not be going hands-on on everything because you may be, a little behind the curve, for, a lack of better word, to reach that level of excellence because you need a previous background for that concept. But I will try to help you understand as much as I can within the confines of our limited learning. So take time, go through the training syllabus. I don't want to waste time to cover the training syllabus in the information that we're sharing here. Also remember, this training syllabus is for what you do in class, but there is some homework also that you need to do, which is what we are building on. Ravina has been kind enough to start taking some notes on that, where she would share this information with us, right?
Yeah.
So we found out what is a server. Similarly, I also want you to include one more question. What is client-server technology? Alright? So the next information, this student document that you have with you will be your guideline to raise any questions or concerns regarding the training program. Next thing that I want you to take care of or review is this information here. Why are we looking at this information?
To understand the overall process.
To understand the overall system architecture. Because system architecture is the backbone of the IT infrastructure on which every application will run. Once we understand this, then we will understand the facets of IT. How we get engaged into quality assurance. What is quality assurance's roles and responsibilities? Who are the people who are actively engaged in that segment? So we will start with that. So this is the kind of beginner program that I'm starting with you, to give you a background of what application is working on. So when you're looking at an application, for example, you're looking at, well, what application do you use the most? Windows is the operating system. For your business, do you go to Restaurant Depot? Okay, so that's one application you use. For your restaurant, do you deposit money in bank or you keep cash in your pocket? You use a banking application, right? You do some e-commerce on Amazon.com or eBay, or go to a website to check when your communication is to be sent to someone, like a mail client like Yahoo.
Right.
Do you ever do a search on an application like Google? So you use all these applications. These are all applications. These applications, when they get built, there are collection of people who are responsible for various things. There are people who will do the business part of it, who will think that I need a search engine, right? That search engine will have these capabilities. It will provide a platform where 1 million concurrent users, everyone working together, can operate, right? They will get relevant answers for them. What's the benefit that I will get from it? I will use this as an advertising platform. Whosoever searches to the relevant term, I will provide an advertiser from which I can charge money. That's what Google does, right?
Yes.
What does Amazon do? It brings you a platform to trade. So what happens on that trade platform? It's an e-commerce platform, right? There are buyers, there are sellers, and we have traders, institutions, people who will provide services for payments, collections, delivery. Everything comes into play, right? So e-commerce solution is not just a solution to provide a medium for trade. It is also a platform where a lot of ancillary services are required. For example,
Shipping is also one.
there you go. Shipping is also a part of the solution that is required there, right? So all these components that you have to build a solution need to be supported on an infrastructure. And this is a very wide 30,000 feet level introduction to a system. So when you're looking at this slide deck here, it is showing you platforms. It's not a train platform. This platform in technical jargon or in IT is addressed as an operating system. So what is an operating system?
OS we can work with the computer now.
So the OS is the software which runs on a hardware, right?
Yeah, right.
Because operating system is also a software, right?
Yes.
What are the various types of operating systems you're aware of?
XP, Windows Professional.
Okay? Anyone else? Online team members, I want your active participation. I'm missing your melodious voices.
Absolutely, what is it?
Mac.
Mac. Okay?
Yeah, Vista.
Vista.
Yep.
Anything else?
Windows XP.
Microsoft Windows has multiple options, starting from Windows 95. Anyone heard about that?
Yeah.
And now we've come to, what is the latest? Vista. So we need to find a list of all operating systems that you can get. All what we are talking about now is our laptop or a desktop. Are there any other places where you've heard about operating systems?